Well, good afternoon and welcome back to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox here, back in the shows. Albert, afternoon, Albert.
Afternoon, mate.
And an ultimately disappointing game. Strange decision, strange play, and we just didn't turn up, Albert. Let's be honest, we didn't play well.
First 20 minutes weren't even in the game, mate. First 20 minutes were all over the place. Or 15 minutes anyway. Big Butland pulled us out of hole with that first save. Excellent save, mate. But we got to say the book.
We didn't learn.
Nah, did we? We just punt for the keeper to the goal. Punt for the keeper. Win the heady. No go on. Just old-fashioned football, innit? That's you'd seen that 40, 50 years ago. Punt for any play, punt it up the park. Big centre forward wins the heady, knocks it on to his mate, he runs through and scores. Easy, isn't it? No need for 150 passes.
No, then we huffed and puffed, mate. We had chances. Tom Lawrence had a good effort. We never at the goal, made a good save, and we never got the ball right into Cantwell. I thought our midfield were poor, and Danilo at times was isolated. I thought we couldn't pass the ball from our two fullbacks. Our two centre-halves didn't start the game great, and I thought the midfield was poor, mate. Poor at times, slow, predictable, and no creativity.
Oh, walking pace. I'm back to that walking pace nonsense again at times, especially in that first half. I don't understand. I thought we get rid of it. I really did think we get rid of it. But obviously we didn't. Disappointment. You can't hide the fact. We threw another opportunity we just threw away.
Aye, we huffed and puffed, mate. We had chances, and obviously Big Balogun for me, he should score. He's that close in the goal, shouldn't see it, put it by him. I made opportunities, but we've got to talk about Todd Cantwell, mate. I thought it was non-existent, and then the first time you noticed him, mate, a blatant dive, let's be honest.
Oh, it was a blatant dive. I mean, there's nothing away for that. And I don't like him on the right, but it was a blatant dive. But what annoys me about that blatant dive is he's not the only player that does it. We've watched it.
No, they had one as well.
Right. But it's the commentator. It's that McFadden. That's ridiculous. He's shouting. That's ridiculous. Look at that. That's terrible. The other boy has one, and it's you shouldn't be doing that. It's every time it's a Rangers player in the Dairies Black Arts, it's a big problem. But we sit and watch this game after game.
It's simple, mate. It's simple. Be better than that. Yeah, I don't know where it's coming from. I agree with you. I don't know if that's his position right there. He looks as if he's sulking, if I'm being honest, Albert.
He's definitely not playing, mate. He's not playing out in that right wing. He doesn't like it. You can see the boy doesn't like it. There's only one thing you can do, we can't, is let him roam free. And for you to do that, you need to design your team around him. And I don't know if Clement's going to be that way inclined, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. He's got his ideals.
Tom Lawrence is a nice touches, but he lacks pace to cover the ground, doesn't he?
Yeah. I never realised how slow he was. Maybe I don't know if that's just because he's back, but he's got the ideas. He's clever and all that. He's a football player, but he's not quick. I'll give you that. He's not quick.
So the first off, Peter, mate, we had opportunities, never took them. You're thinking we can get a goal here, we're going to win it. We started the second half okay, with a bit of pace in our game, a couple of slide passes through, and then the game just started to peter out. If I'm being honest, Albert.
We ran out of ideas, mate. Let's be honest. We just completely and utterly ran out of ideas. We couldn't get the big Seamers or Cantwell into the game. We couldn't get the middle of the park. I thought the middle of the park was dreadful, mate. Honestly, I really did. We're letting the ball bounce. We're letting them. We actually played their game, mate. The game that they wanted to play, we just fell right into the trap. Fighting, making sure there's fights all over the park, bouncing balls, high balls. You're battling for a ball. There wasn't any much. There was a wee spell with the second half. We had about a 10-minute spell where we actually started playing football and we started looking good again. You're saying and we started speeding it up as well, saying that looks good. That looked good. But apart from that, it was pretty dire, mate.
And then we hit the bar twice in quite quick succession. Not doing for Cantwell with Lawrence. Lawrence had a pretty unusual effort. It seems as if he sort of cut it down the way, and it hit the bar. I don't think the goalie was getting it. And then
I think he got a touch on that, mate.
I might have done, mate. I'm going to need to see it again. And then Balogun hits the bar. I think it was a wee bit unfortunate this time. But anywhere else, it's a goal. He meets it really well. and these are the opportunities you've got to take. And we're huffing and puffing. We make the substitutions. I don't know if it took Seaman off, but Matondo came on and caused them problems with his pace, and then we get the penalty. Look, here's my take on it. I'll go first. Yeah, you might go first.
No, you were. I'm so disappointed.
If it was keen against us, I wouldn't be happy. But the problem is with VAR, mate, if you get caught pulling somebody's jersey in the box, it gets picked up. So it's changed the game all there.
That's me half, mate. But you got see, it is a penalty. There's no doubt about it. It is a penalty. He pulled his jersey. But did you hear McFadden? He's trying to slip a new rule in here, a new party rule. You see, could he get to the ball? That's got nothing to do with it. You're pulling jerseys in the box. It's a penalty kick. That's the way it should be. But all of a sudden, no. It's could he get to the ball? No, was this another wee rule or wee adjustment to the rule we're putting in place? That's nonsense, mate. You get caught pulling the boy's Big Golson's jersey. Penalty kick. If our player does it, I'll be raging, by the way. If Golson had done that to one of their players, I'd be absolutely raging. That being so stupid, know what I mean?
It's changed the game, Albert. It's changed the game.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely.
So then we get Tab steps up and takes a penalty, and then we could have won it. McDonald does brilliant, down the wing, puts a cross in, and Lammers goes up. The world seemed to stop for a second, and then he just sat back there and thought, oh well, he was never going to score.
He met it well. Matondo done brilliant to get the ball to him. He meets the ball perfect. But you're sitting saying you've got to score it, son. You've got to score that. I just don't care what anybody says. You've got to score that goal. That just ripped the heart right out of them. The game would have been done then anyway. You know what I mean? But that's what wins and loses your leagues, mate. These sort of things.
Aye, right. We get these phone lines opened.
Yeah, may as well, because it'll be. I expect some calls.
Let's see if we.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show. It's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Yeah, I think the manager said his eyes woke up. I don't think we did good player on the park today.
No,
I don't think there was anybody. I'll take the subs out of that. But
you're going to get it out. It's going to be Butland, isn't it? And even then, he had a wee dodgy moment at the end there with a kick, trying to clear a ball. But he did have a good save in the first half. I think that's all he really had to do. Good save and pick the ball at the net.
After the goal, he had that pass back when he kicked it. He'd hardly touched it, mate.
Aye. But that's how bad it is. I mean, we were talking half earlier. You're thinking Cervantes had a good game, but he's a pick of our players. We said he didn't play well, but he's still the pick of the players. Shows you how bad the rest were.
Aye, what I said, I've tended it slightly, but I was a bit concerned about how he would go on. And he was maybe the pick. I just thought Lundstrom was, I don't know, too negative. Was a way back beside the centre half, didn't influence the game. And the performances we've seen him play in the last few weeks, he set your own standards all there,
That's it, mate. He showed Clement, he showed us what he can do, and you've got to stick to it, mate. And by his own standards, that was poor. That was very, very poor for him. And he's not the only one. I'm not picking on him. He's not the only one.
No, the whole team.
Aye. I think one thing I will say is that, and we're talking about Jack before the game, I don't think Jack needs to worry about getting it back into the team, put it that way. He could take any one of their two positions off him, easy. That's how bad it was today. It really disappointing, mate. Honestly, it really disappointing.
Well, we didn't get the ball wide, and we didn't get the ball in the box, and when we did get the ball in the box, Danilo was isolated most of the time, yeah?
We never created one chance.
The midfield were playing up against the centre halves again. Anyway, I think Star's joined us. Afternoon, Blue Star.
Evening all, Bear. What do we say, guys? Listen, dress it up, pull out wee bits here and there. That first half, Goldson, anybody that could even give him any points at all needs to flip and watch that game again. And it's no a point of bringing out one player, but they three long balls that went through. Yes, Balogun was at fault for one of them as well, but Goldson, a guy that's supposed to have the experience he's got, it's not even shocking defending, it's just laughable. But the whole team today, from start to finish, I'm not even going down this line. We got a shot off the bar here and a shot off the bar there. I'm sorry. We needed 3 points today. They started as if they hadn't been playing for about 6 months. They started as if they couldn't pass the ball to one another. The slow, turgid pace from defence right to attack, apart from wee Danilo running all over the place. I don't know where my manager goes for there, because I'm saying it. I'm saying it. I said it before the game started. I was over the moon when I seen the team he had picked, and for once I thought we had a half-decent bench. Nah, no messing about anymore. Most of the players shouldn't be at our club. Simple as. Definitely. I'm not going to bum them up to Ox. The lack of creativity, the lack of pace, the narrowness with no width was shocking until he brought Matondo on. Cantwell, a busted flush. His dive, that was just utterly embarrassing. You can't cover up from that. That just makes our team look even worse. I'm sorry, guys. I'm calling it as it is. We were stinking from start to finish. We needed 3 points out there today. 1 point, no good to us. No good to us. We had to push that other mob, and we've let them off the hook again. This squad of players ain't good enough.
Don't disagree. The lack of pace, slow passing behind people, trying long passes, putting it right out of the park. The senior pros, too many touches on the ball. When I say that, Tavernier, Goldson, Lundstrom for me. I thought Goldson wasn't great, but I actually thought Barisic, where the piece was worse, poster.
Hello. I don't disagree. As I say, it's harder to say, Ox. Looking for positives, who do you think actually had a good match? You can get the whole 11. There were draws.
No, we didn't.
It's just not acceptable, and I'm fed up with it. We've been manager after manager after manager. As I say, there's not a person out there that didn't look at that team today and thought, "Oh wow, this is going to be real good for a change." And for the very first kick of the ball, they were like snails out in that pitch. There wasn't even any urgency for any player apart from wee Danilo. It looks as if he's the only guy that's capable of running. I don't know where we go for here, because, as I say, we've changed our manager. That was a massive, that was the biggest 3 points we've had in probably 2 seasons a day, and we couldn't do it. That's where I'm coming from, because never mind the point. Never mind the defeat. We needed 3 points out of the day, and they failed us again.
I don't know. I mean, the players are going to get a lot of flack because you manager. We did say there'd be bumps in the road, and it can't be perfect, and he was right. It's the pressure, the support will be asking. A wee bit of pressure goes on you, and you fail. But we fail because we didn't start the game well, there. We started the game too slow.
Bottom pace again, mate. It seems to me that that game there was a throwback to Beale. That the senior players took control of the situation, and look what happened. Went back to turgid walking football again, and you can't play that. You just can't play it. It's no kidding it. You can't hide it. You can't play that type football and expect to win football matches. It will no work, because that Aberdeen team are not a good team, and we struggled the other day. We really struggled the other day playing that pace of football.
Because you've got to play quick, mate, because they'll get booked, mate, and then they can't tackle again. Because how Shinny wasn't booked in the first half, but you've got to keep playing the game quick, yeah?
Absolutely, mate. That's that low block. That's what beats that low block. Fast passing. You're moving them. They've got to move, but they've not getting the time to regroup because you've moved them all over the place. The time we're passing it from side to side, you're getting it. We're not doing anything. We're not breaking the lines. We're not taking a shot. We're not crossing the ball. We're not fighting. Every time we try to cross a ball for any angle, the player cleared it up in the bar. Absolutely no bother. So that's lack of quality. If you're going to hit a ball like that, you've got to get it to your player. We just didn't do it. We were poor. There's no getting away from it. We were poor. There's no defending it. We were just, we're better than poor. We weren't, for what we've had up to now, we'll come on, that was poor. And I'm not blaming come on at all. I mean, I've seen this performances with all for this team with other managers. This is the third manager. So it's not the managers, it's got to be the players. It's got to be the players if they keep dishing that type of performance up.
I don't disagree, mate. I mean, I'm trying to think. We'll part Butland, because let's be honest, he wasn't involved. But Midfield players, distribution, passing, decision making, it was poor. It was poor. People will look at the leadership, the senior pros. They were poor. We tried it. There was a couple of passes. Tom Long showed that he's got ability. But even on the piece, he wasn't involved enough in the number 10 role. Blue Star.
No, absolutely. And I agree with you. You can see that he can pick a pass. You can see that he can crack a ball. But him, Cantwell, Cifuentes, I will say, I thought at least Lindstrom did get tore in. I'll not fault the guy for effort. But run about him, the middle of the park, the whole of the first half especially, we've struggled over the last 4 and 5 years for the same scenario. If we don't go in front and the other team gets a goal against us, we've seen it so many times, no matter who we've had on the park, we always struggle. The other team then retreat, and I do think they tired a bit because they busted a gut against us in the first half. But even at that, they sit everybody then behind the ball, and time again, we struggle to break teams down. Yes, we had chances. I'm not saying we didn't have chances. The point being, if you're going to say that, then you've got to look at it and say, well, Aberdeen could have been 3-0 up. The one that the guy went clean through and missed, that Butland saved, we should have been 2-0 down. So you've got to take it in capacity. But the lack of pace for the first whistle, Ox, that's what's really screwed me up. I seen it after 10 minutes. As soon as they go a goal up, I'm like, where's the urgency for our players? I want to see a shinny for my team, and I didn't get that. He's running about like a headless chicken. I put on Radio Scotland, I kid you not, Willie Miller, before any player was booked, he says, I don't know how Graham Shinnie's still on the park. Now, that's amazing to come from Willie Miller. He says he's kicking everything in sight out there, and Nick Walsh isn't even having a word with him, he says. He says he's a very fortunate man still to be on the park at half-time, which was true, and we all know it. But I'll say one thing, Ox, I wish we had somebody like that in the middle of our park. I mean it. We have no leadership out there, none.
The problem is, it's creativity. With a lot of the ball, and I think it was nearly 80%, maybe more at one time. And we were going from side to side. Obviously, we know it's a narrow park. Yeah. You know, so if you're going to put it in, you've got to get players into the box, yeah?
You've got to get them in there and you've got to find them. It's more than one thing that's wrong with our team. It's not just one thing. It's we have a lot of the ball. The boy Fisuri was talking, Jim Fisuri was talking about he was wanting the performance and quality, blah, blah. 80% of the boy he was saying. This is what I'm talking about, 80%. Well, we had about 70% at least today. But there's no quality. There's no point of having all of the ball at that time when you're not doing anything with it. No. It's effective football we're looking for. It's like, if you get the ball out in the wing or get it in midfield and they ping a pass, a 45, 50-yard pass, it goes over the Aberdeen defender to your player. That's quality, mate. What we're doing is just hitting Aberdeen players with silly long balls. It's no getting anywhere. And then as soon as we start attacks, there's another one. We start attacks. Lawrence lost the ball in the first half, basically, and it set that first chance up. He loses the ball and they spring on us right away. Now, our whole defence is all done at the halfway line. And that's a slow defence. I don't know what we're done at the halfway line for, because one ball slipped through for a quality player and we're beat. We're beat, mate. They're right through on it. We're goalkeeper. I don't get that.
We've been joined by my good friend, Denver Bear. Good morning to you, Denver. Oh, he's disappeared. Must have heard you on all there.
No surprise, mate. If I phoned in and I was on, I would hang up and off.
The start of the game frustrated me. The middle of the game frustrated me. And I'll be honest with you, Blue Star, I couldn't see scoring. When they said there was still 5 minutes to go and 5 minutes extra time, minimum, I'm thinking we've run out of ideas here. I didn't see us getting a goal. And let's be honest, we got a slice of luck and got the penalty kick. Yeah, the boy was pulling his jersey, so technically it's a penalty kick. Schoolboy defending with VAR, I'm afraid.
Absolutely, Ox. Totally agree with you, mate. The sore thing for me was we did it. I'm being truthful. I seen that team today, Ox, as I said to you. I really was quite overjoyed. I fully expected us to give him a doing today. I honestly did. I should have known better because we've seen it so many times. But then I looked at even the bench and I thought, even the bench, there's some decent players on there today. And I thought it was a matter of turning up and we would beat them. I should have known better. For the first whistle, Ox, that's the sore thing for me. There was no urgency in the whole of that first half. Three balls out of the top of our defence and they were taken out. Their whole defence was taken out of the game for a guy to run through. At this level, I'm sorry, that's schoolboy stuff. It's just no good enough. It just isn't.
Albert, you know what summed the half up for me?
What was that, mate?
There's about a minute to go, and we've got a throw in front of we're in support. And Barisic puts it back to Balogun. The Balogun's no left footed, so the boy comes and closes him down because he bounces up in front of him. I mean, look, I don't know what it is, but sometimes our two fullbacks can't take throw-ins, and we ended up under pressure. Yeah, just throw it down the line as far as you can. As you say, it's simple football. No options. Down the line and away for your goal. Decision making poor.
It's brains, mate. It's not a day. It's just brains. And Barisic, Tavernier at times, and they're not getting to them either, and Lundstrom, they're brainless at times, totally and utterly brainless. And you're saying, do you not see what's happening? We all see what's happening. We're all sitting watching this because you're out in the park. Do you know, sense what's happening around about you? No. I'm gonna take this throw and put my centre half in trouble and give them a chance to nick the ball off them or corner them so you can't get out of a corner. It's madness, mate. It's complete and utter madness. But this is the quality, lacking the quality we keep saying. Sorry, mate.
No, it's not joined us. He's trapped out again. Denver Bear.
Must be desperate to take something off his chest.
It's decision making. I think
the first half for me, see whenever you've no get Tav and you've no get Borna pushing on for that halfway line, the clear and obvious, and to be fair to you, you said this even away at the start, even under Beale, we didn't have out and out wingers, therefore we're far too narrow. Well, see for the first whistle today, that was so apparently obvious. Cantwell's just like a fish out of water out there, let's be honest. Lawrence was playing behind him and he didn't even get to grips with where he was meant to be. So effectively, you've got the wee guy up front, running from side to side. And by the way, see the chasing down he done it there, goalkeeper. I was getting knackered watching him. But it was least effective, as all Bear says, because the minute somebody did get that then on the ball, they would make the wrong decisions. No one in the first half, Ox. All Lawrence said was it Lawrence. Somebody get the ball with their back to goal, and all they did was push the ball out to Cantwell, and Danilo was running into the box, and it was Seamer, and he tried to take it himself, and the ball was lost. And you're looking at it and you're going, oh my, that simple ball out to Cantwell when there wasn't a player near him. And they wee simple things all add up. There's the management on the actual course, on the pitch, it's just so sadly lacking, guys. That's as sore as I've been for many a month today, seriously. We needed 3 points today and we couldn't get it. I'm just sick.
You can sense the disappointment. Oh, but we're always trying to be honest. We might disagree in certain things, but I wouldn't know who to pick out. I wouldn't know who to criticise. The guys that frustrated me might be different for the guys that frustrated you. Cantwell and Lundstrom for me. And the two fullbacks, And the centre half Golson. I might as well say the whole team if I'm being honest.
That's it. It's hard to. We'll put it this way. Whenever I say to you at Blue Star, who was your man of the match? I'm not going to answer for you, but I would imagine you are going to go, I can't pick one. If it's not the goalkeeper for one save, well, that's about it. Who else stuck out for you?
No, nobody. The decision making was poor. My distribution was poor. My pass was poor. You know, again, I'm not having a go at Borna because it was. He had a chance to come in, he crossed it with his right foot, put it in the park. Before that, tried a shot about 40 yards when there was a pass down the line, you know. All these things when you're trying to ping teams back and make chances, you just take the pressure off them. Our quality was awful, the day poster.
Oh, absolutely. It's just sheer deflating. You see that minging shower dropping points yesterday and you're saying, just get the 3 points, get back down the road, and that'll give us the momentum again, and it gives us something to aim for. And the lads doing it again. I'm just sick, honest. And as you're all saying, if you're picking a man of the match, goodness me, there wasn't one. there just wasn't one. See, Butland died for his save. I think you need to give him it again. Every outfield player, I don't know. It's as if they woke up the day and they just couldn't get going. For the first whistle, it was that first half performance for me, Ox. I know they huffed and puffed in the second, but to start the game in that manner, after all this time now, I thought that would be eradicated. No chance. Even under this manager, you could see him sometimes when the camera's looking at me, he's like, what am I watching here? And the guy can't do any more. He can't. That's the best 11 he had out the other day, no doubt about it. And when that 11 and you don't get 3 or 4 guys that even above pass marks, you're looking at it and you're going, what in the asking through these guys' heads? Because it's not happening on the park. It was just a bad day at the office, call it that, but it's a very bad day because we needed day points and we didn't get them.
Oh, but I mean, there will be a lot of top people get criticism, but there's a question I've got to ask about Cantwell on that right side. It's a big question, isn't it? About wasting the boy, and then it's affecting his attitude. Yeah?
In my opinion, it's wasting him. But again, if you're going to allow him to do what he's good at, you need to build a team around him. That's what I'm saying. Because where he's good at is roaming over that front line and just behind him. That's what he's devastating at that. But somebody else has to pick up the slack from him. Or 2 or 3 players need to pick up the slack from him. And it's if we got players that's going to do that. For example, Lundstrom, Fuentes, Jack, all these players, Raskin, they all need to pick up the slack for the bit he's no doing, for the bit for where he's no going to be, because he's going to be up front. I don't know. We've got the players that will do that, but I don't think Clement likes that anyway. He likes all his players to contribute where he puts them, where he plays them. And so if you're going to do that, we can't. I don't think the boy's going to be the player we thought he was going to be, or was when we seen him at first. He is a good player now, don't get me wrong. I like Cantwell, he's a good player. But no out in the right.
I agree. I think if you're going to play him, you can play him there if you don't think you've got any other options. But it seems a wasted jersey out there, if I'm being honest. Close to
absolutely, again, totally concur. If you actually look at the cohesion and the link-up, see, if you're being honest, how many moves did you actually see Danilo linking up with anybody when he actually ran into the box, Ox and all there? You didn't. Any time the wee guy was actually getting into the box, he never ever get the ball hit to him. He was actually linking up better in midfield and then pushing the ball out wide to both Seema and Cantwell. And then he was trying to run through the middle and get into the box. Nobody actually fed him in the box. And this is what I'm saying, even sticking Cantwell out in that right wing, it's so blinking obvious. It's not working for the guy. He's getting made to look not even ordinary. He's getting made to look rubbish out there. And you can see him getting frustrated as the game goes on. It's simply not an option to stick him out in that right. It just is not working. Just doesn't work. And he's too good a player to ruin him like that. He is too good a player.
And he's more better than Lawrence, if I'm being honest.
100%.
Oh, he is. I mean, I like Lawrence as a player, but is he the answer to what we want? I don't know, mate. I don't know. Because would I have him rather than Lammers? Lawrence rather than Lammers? Probably.
Oh, aye.
But he needs to do a lot more, mate. He needs to do a lot more. In fact, one of the things I thought Lawrence does particularly well before he got injured was break the lines. He gets ahead of the forwards a lot of the times to take the pass. So he does. He makes chances. He puts through balls, but he also can break the lines and go on through balls. But he's never done any of that today. He never get by the defenders right enough. He'd probably have to go in the street to get by the defenders who were sitting that deep at times. But that aside, just a poor performance, mate. Poor. But don't get me wrong. Clement did say there's going to be bumps in the road. This is definitely a bump in the road. And we scraped a draw. People might say we were lucky. People might say we didn't deserve it. The overall play, I thought we deserved it. I actually thought we deserved to win the game, just with hitting the bar twice and missing a couple of sitters. I thought we were the better team. There's no getting away for that, mate. We are the better football team. But you can't say that and no win games because it sounds foolish. We need to win the games. It's effective football, mate. I keep saying it, and I'll keep on saying it. Effective football. Effective football is winning games.
Yeah, they were playing. It was like I don't know what it was. It was like a 5-4-1. In fact, at one time it was a 5-5 Blue Star. With 20 minutes to go, and we're paying a price for that because we're not getting on the front foot and getting the first goal. Because if we're one and
absolutely, Ox. And a lot of that for me stemmed in the first half. See the lack of drive, and by that I mean, say for talking sake, just use him for example. Lundstrom gets on the ball and there's space in front of him. We need players that are getting on that ball and they're driving. Therefore, the players that are out in your left wing, your right wing, and your centre forward have got space then. Because the defenders don't know where to go. Somebody's got to come out to go towards the midfield guys that are running at them. We didn't have that at any point in the day. The midfield two are sticking there. Cifuentes and Lundstrom, they're not getting that ball and being able to drive because he's having them trying to sit. Fine, you can then say, well, Lawrence is supposed to be doing that and so is Cantwell. But we're not getting that out of them. They're not actually driving at that defence with that ball at their feet. Therefore, it's as Albert said at the start, it's that back to that slow passing. And the minute you start off a game like that, you just look and you go, oh no, not that way again. And you take all the impetus out of your team.
Talking about, oh no, we've been joined by Jim for Surrey. Afternoon, James.
Hi, Osh, yeah.
I never seen that coming, mate, did we?
No, definitely not. But I mean, we've seen it all before where we've had an opportunity where the team at the top has drawn or lost and we've failed to capitalise on it. And that's what's happened today again. Very disappointed by the way we played. We had a couple of chances which really should have been goals, but in saying that, we did not have as many. We didn't work that goalkeeper as much as we should have done. We should be hitting shots from outside of the box, hitting balls so hard that the goalkeeper can't stop them, and players should be running in to capitalise on it and get goals that way. You've got to work the goalkeeper. We didn't work the goalkeeper. And a lot of the shots that we did have were really savable, and their goalkeeper did quite well. I thought we were very lucky to come away today with a draw, and I think that the players in the park today did not follow the game plan. If they'd have followed the game plan, then things would have been different. But Aberdeen certainly. They certainly played better than they did in previous games. Maybe not against us, but certainly against one particular bloody team. But I thought that it was very disappointing.
Albert.
Well, I can't disagree, mate. Especially about the bit about playing against one team. But it's game plan. I don't know about the game plan. I don't know what the game plan was, because I knew, and everybody knew exactly what Aberdeen were going to do today. And we just played their game. We fell right into their trap. We kept losing the ball up there. We were holding the ball too long, going too slow, losing the possession just midway and up to their 18-yard box, and they hit us on the break, the transition. But they're off. They're flying down away. And I'm saying to myself, why do we keep doing this? Why do we keep losing that ball where we're losing it? We shouldn't be losing the ball there. But the goal that they scored came for the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper just punted the ball up the park. It was just about an old-fashioned boot up the park. Guy headies it on. His mate runs through and puts it in the net. The good goal. The boy put it away well. Got to give him credit for that. But how many times did they? Well, they've done it once before that, and I think Blue Star saying they were through in the first half 3 times, and we didn't learn nothing from it. So Clement will be looking at that. Clement will be looking at that. These players going like that. You couldn't work that out. I've got to tell you what to do. You can't work that out. What kind of players are you using? You can't work that out.
Yeah. No, you're right in what you're saying. And also, I think for that goal, I think Goldson and also Balogun were sleeping a wee bit. There's many times whenever a ball comes flying through like that, and they know where the opposition's front players are, and they play them offside, and they get caught out on that one. They definitely get caught out. And he ran through, and give the boys due, he did hit the ball well, because that ball could have went anywhere when he's running through like that, but he really hit it well. And then again, our goalkeeper, Butland, I mean, he made a fantastic save to stop them going 2-0 up. But we today, I don't think Clement is going to be very, very happy with the way we distributed the ball. We didn't win first ball. We didn't win second ball. We didn't even win ricochets. There was times when we had 3 players that surrounded a player, and they still managed to get the ball to pass it to one of their players and knocking it about. And our 3 players were taken out of the game because of whatever they done, we were just not at it at all. We didn't, as I say, we didn't win the first ball. We didn't win second ball. There was times when you might say, "Oh, that was just unlucky," that, or it was really good play by them that done that. I just think there was far too many occasions like that, which gave them the opportunities to attack. But where we fell down, I think, basically, is the fact that if you're going to win games, you're going to have to shoot more and make the goalkeeper work. And we don't have the player. I mean, Lawrence hit one from a wee bit of a distance out. He didn't have any power on at all. But the accuracy was quite good, and it hit the bar. But I think the goalkeeper might have got the tip of his fingers to it. But it's from those positions that we should be shooting from. We should be taking more pot shots from outside the box, because you cannot dribble and walk that ball into the net. And this is an issue, but I'm sure Clement will know that, but he can only do what he can do with the players he's got.
Cheers, Jim. We've been joined by William for Kilmarnock. All right, Willie boy.
Afternoon, anyway, I'm going to go to Oxford.
Cheers, Jim.
I'll speak to you next time. Bye for now.
All right, Willie boy.
Hello, brothers. Well, I've got to almost totally disagree with everything I've heard. I think that we didn't get the result we deserved. We didn't get the result we wanted. But we've had 10 shots on target at Pittodrie. 10 shots on target. We've 69% possession with 22 shots. I think Cifuentes was our best player by a mile. So I don't think it's as bad as you're all making out.
Oh.
We just, in another day, we could have scored 5 or 6. 10 shots on target at Pittodrie. We made a big mistake letting them score first, because then they just sat back in that. Their goal was almost identical to the goal we lost to the puddle drinkers at Ibrox. Remember? The big long ball, they knock on, and he runs through, bang.
90, nearly 100 minutes of football, mate, and we never scored a goal for open play. Yeah, therein lies the problem.
That's true.
Yeah.
But 10 shots on target at Pittodrie.
It means nothing, mate. There'll be times when we've had 2 shots and scored 2 goals.
If you go back and look at the stats, like our visits to Pittodrie, how many shots have we had on target? historically. It's always a tough place for us to go, always. But getting 10 shots on target, it seemed to be everything was hitting the frame or everything was hitting the goalkeeper. And another day, we could have scored 4 or 5 or 6.
On another day, we'd have been 3-0 down at half time. That stats mean none
No, we wouldn't.
at certain points. We would have.
You knew as soon as they scored, they were going to sit back. And
They didn't sit back. No, in the first half, they didn't. First half, they ran out of tappies.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
Aye, they did. Aye, they did.
No, they didn't. They've had 5 shots, they've had 4 shots in target.
Right, we'll get the boys back in a minute. When after we've heard for the manager, then they can just have a wee bit of manners all better, like me and you, yeah? But let's see the full manager. Philip, come on.
Philippe, a draw here in the end. What did you make of that game today?
That we should have had 3 points, but our start was not bright enough, not sharp enough in the duels, and then you get a goal like that against, where I was not happy with. After the team reacted really well and they did what we have to do, and we raised our standards. We dominated the game, we created the chances, and then you need this part of luck also to score goals. And for sure, this part of luck was not on our side, hitting 2 times the crossbar and a few other good opportunities where the goalkeeper made a few good saves.
Yeah, was that a frustration for you today, the number of chances, but maybe not being able to convert them?
No, it's not frustration. I'm more frustrated if the players are not doing the right things and not creating the chances, or not fighting, or not staying resilient. And all those things they did today. And I know, luck is a part of football. You have some days that the ball drops your side, some days not. For sure, it was a day like that. We have a really big expected goals opportunity rate today in an away game against a team who's really strong in defending with a lot of numbers, and for sure when they're leading. So a lot of positive things to take out of that, and you need that part of luck also.
Yeah, you touched on the start there, and obviously the reaction from the players to that to grow into the game. That must be a positive for you too.
Yes, but also a good lesson that we need to raise our standards, that we need to be from the start every time on top of things, 90 minutes long, because then we are a really good side, what they showed afterwards.
And a big moment at the end as well, of course, the penalty for James Tavernier, and he showed great composure again taking that.
Yes, and a deserved penalty. Yeah. And afterwards, still a chance to win the game also. So we were really close to the normally deserved 3 points. But it's not the case. This season is a marathon, like every season. Maybe at the end of the road, this point is going to be really important.
Oh, but the big thing, I mean, he's saying a lot of the stuff that William's saying there, but the thing I would pick up on, the slow start, and he's not happy with the goal.
That's exactly right.
Let me just get to, well, if you come on at 4 in, maybe had to drop you to play that interview. Phone back in. Carry on, Albert.
I agree with what you're saying with that slow start. I mean, I don't understand why we're so slow, because I don't know if it's in history tells you we're no good at 8-12 o'clock starts. Fair enough. I'll put a bit down to that. But he's right. It was just wasn't one player. The whole team, apart from Butland, he was on his toes because he made a fantastic save early on. So I don't understand the slow start. Why we're so slow? But the goal himself, he was not happy with it. I wasn't happy with it myself. And saying that was pretty simple, mate. That was a team of your so-called class shouldn't be losing a goal like that.
So where do you think the problem is? Obviously, the goalie kicks it up. This Golson doesn't go with the twin centre forward, yeah.
Yep.
So he
doesn't get to win the ball, mate. He doesn't get to win the ball. He's got to go up and win the ball. And if he doesn't win the ball, Balogun's there to take out the runner. Right. It's as simple as that.
So he backed off. So is it Golson's fault then for you?
It's Golson's fault for not getting into at least challenging for the ball. The guy got near enough a free header.
So you let him just be on.
He'll not win every ball, mate, in the air. That's a fact. But he's got to make a challenge. And then once he's lost that header, it's on to Balogun. You've got to stop this player. I mean, I don't know how many times I've seen players playing other players after the ball. The teams do to us all the time. I watch it on all different games, any games I've ever watched. We don't do that. You should take a guy out. Take the card. Don't let the guy get through.
Don't think we get close to him anyway. Williams back. All right, William, see the gaffer.
Aye.
You?
All right. I'm disappointed. I'm bitterly disappointed. We never get the result we deserved. I'm looking here. They had 4 yellow cards and Shinnie never got a yellow card.
Oh, amazing, mate. Amazing.
Unbelievable. That was the same. The last time we were at Batodu, it was Walsh was the referee. I don't know if you remember, Ox. They kicked us off the park, and it was 83 minutes before he gave them a yellow card. 83 minutes.
I think he'd 4 fouls in a row, mate, Shinnie.
Aye, and every one of them could have been a yellow card. I was getting worried. Shinnie was looking up, he was having a wee laugh to himself, and another foul, and I was getting worried. I thought it's going to be one of these days, just the same as the last time we were there.
But that
he's going to let them kick us off the park.
That's a good point you make. I'll bear that always again, because when somebody's been booked, your mindset's different, eh?
Of course it is, mate. Of course it is. I mean, I don't know when. Did he get booked today at all, Shinnie?
No.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. But it's that wee clown Walsh, isn't it? He's just a clown, that man. He really is. Some of his decisions today were woeful. You're sitting going, here we go again. He gives fouls for nothing. I mean, he gave foul against Cantwell. We had a shot, and then he blew the whistle and gave a foul against Cantwell. And if you look at the shove, it was just a palm off. There's nothing in it. Absolutely nothing in it at all. And you're saying you're a clown, an absolute clown. Yeah, he's watching. Did
you think he was going to give that penalty?
He didn't want to get it, did he? He took a hell of a long time to get that penalty, didn't he? I'm saying myself, he's looking at every angle, he's looking at every player. Can I give a foul for Aberdeen anywhere else? And then he eventually got that's when he actually stopped the still and you see the jersey get pulled, that's when he went, oh, bugger it, I need to give them a penalty. So he gives the penalty, but he didn't want to get it. Don't get me wrong, it's stupid with that boy pulling jerseys, it's mental.
VAR's changed the game, eh? VAR's changed the game, Wally, eh?
Aye, sure. I mean, they're all arguing there. Chris Boyd's arguing with Big Sutton and some other guy, I don't know who he was, and they're trying to say, it's not a penalty because Goldson taking a dive. Somebody's pulling your jersey back and you're trying hard to get away and they let you go. You shoot forward. You can be sure Goldson was trying hard to get away because he had a wee chance of getting on the ball. It's an absolute penalty, and there's no two ways about it. And all this about I was blocking them,
Well, what the clowns don't say, William, is if Goldson doesn't get down, and this is why players do it now. If he doesn't get down, he doesn't get the penalty. That is a penalty.
Correct.
And these referees have caused all these players to throw themselves about like this because they don't give the penalties. They just don't give them. And you're saying, right, I've got to get down. I've got to get down.
And he's tried everything not to give that penalty.
Right.
Because we know what he is. He's a puddle drinker. We know what he is.
Is it?
Oh, he is.
I don't know that to be true, but what I will say is if I was their manager, I'd be raging at my player for being. It was petulance, wasn't it? Because it wasn't as if they took him out. It was no need for the talk, if I'm being honest.
Mm-hmm.
You take your chance and see where it goes, and I just think VAR's changed defending. Forwards need to be on side. Can't try and steal a yard because they'll get caught out, and defenders can't do things like that anymore. Change the game. Some people
I was going to ask you, see if Tavernier was stepping up to take that penalty, would you have taken a draw there and then?
When Tavernier's stepping up for that, mate, in the last 10 minutes when the game was petered out, they took a draw. We didn't look like scoring, in my opinion. No.
Mm-hmm.
I get your fact that we had shots and goal, we hit the Woodward, Lawrence had a good effort.
Aye.
But if you think back to that second half,
I know. That's what I said, Ox. We didn't get the result we deserved. Absolutely didn't.
Apart from the Balogun and the Lawrence effort, can you remember us made a couple of decent bits of play, but can you remember anything else?
Oh, I know. I mean, there was spells where it was poor. Because we see them sitting back, and it's so frustrating for us to watch. And it's going on and on. We're up to nearly 90 minutes, and they're sitting laughing with their 1-0. It's so frustrating. And we look like we've run out of ideas.
And it's not that old bear, let's be honest. They're stinking, aren't they? That's the trouble. That's what's annoying.
Aye.
Oh, they're not a good team, mate. There's no way you can call them a good team. In fact, they're one of the poorest teams we've played this season. But there you go. The system. I mean, That's what I hate about this defensive football, getting credit. These pundits and these commentators credit these teams for playing like this, and I get it. It just annoys me. It just really annoys me. They shouldn't get any credit for playing like that. It's just negative crap football. But they'll get the they were hard done to. How were they hard done to? They're only. I say Rangers didn't play well. I'll stick by that. Rangers did not play well, right? But who deserved to win the game? If any team deserved to win the game, it was Rangers. Who was unlucky not to win the game? Well, if any team was unlucky not to win the game, it was Rangers. The draw was probably a fair result for them in a rather defending carry on. But they didn't deserve to win the game. Rangers, if any team was deserved to win the game, it was Rangers. But we didn't play well. I'm not going to hide the fact. I'm not going to hide behind anything saying that we did play well. We did not play well. But the manager's right. We hit the bar twice. We should have scored with one of them. Definitely scored with one of them. And Big Lammers could have done better with his head because he connected brilliantly, right, man. It was flush. If he just knocks it to the left-hand side of the keeper, his left-hand side is a goal. It's a goal all day. But there you go. It didn't happen. It's one of the if-buts and maybes, isn't it?
If he misheeded that, he might have scored.
True. True. He probably would have.
You know, when that came in and he went up, I just thought the net's going to bulge here. And then it just didn't.
Balogun said it looked like it was going to break the crossbar.
Well, Balogun said that.
Aye, it was a rocket. It really whacked the crossbar.
Aye. For me, he's going to score the first header.
But see, we won that game. I don't know if any are going to agree with that. But see, we won that game. Right now, the conversation, my conversation is going to be, didn't play well, but what a brilliant result, man. An excellent result. Exactly what we needed. That's the conversation you're getting. All this is forgot about just because you can't put that second goal in. It's mental. Football's just mental, isn't it? It's just it's a whole different conversation. You talk about your team different, your attitude towards the next games are all different if you just score that goal. But you don't. We don't, and we don't time and time again. It needs to be addressed. It's a mentality thing. It needs to be taken in and wiped out and start again with these players because somebody needs to talk to them and tell them, look, if you want to win a league or you want to win things, you're not going to win it by capitulating like that. Especially the first 15, 20 minutes of that game. You're not going to win it.
We can't give teams a goal at a start in this league.
No, we can't. We can't, mate.
You're right. We're two creative players off to create, and that's Cantwell and Lawrence. We need more for them. They're the piece for me. They never done enough. There was glimpses for Lawrence. Cantwell were the piece. I don't think he was very good. They've got to do more in the positions they put. They're paid to influence the game, Willie.
Aye. Cantwell was very poor today, by his standards. Very poor. He looks like a fish. Looked like a fish out of water today. He looked like he was handcuffed or something. You know, like he's not allowed to play where he wants to play, kind of thing.
I'm not blaming them too. I'm just critiquing what I saw out there.
I mean, their job, as you rightly pointed out, is to create. They were doing a lot of wee flicks and tricks and things like that, but it's no decisive enough. It's no cutting them open. They're there to actually cut their defence open and create chances for the wee man, or score the goals themselves, or create chances for each other. That's what they're there to do. But they're nice players, but no effective. If you're not effective, you're just a show pony then. But we know they're better than show pony. We know what these players can do. They're good players. But whether it's a position they're actually asked to play they don't like, I don't know. But Clement will sort that out, I'm quite sure.
All right. Last word to your good self, William.
I think we've got to be careful. Our central defenders are not the quickest. We can't push away up to the halfway line and then we've got a speed merchant running against their two central defenders. We can't do that because that's Aberdeen and Celtic scored goals against us almost identical. Speed merchant running through and we can't catch them. Right, great show, guys. Listen every night. You're doing a great job. Keep up the good work.
Speak to you soon.
Come on, the Gers. We'll beat them in the cup final.
Yeah.
We'll beat them in the cup final.
Alba.
I agree with William. We'll beat them in the cup final. Need to play a hell of a lot better, but we will play a hell of a lot better. The good thing about it is we know we can play better. That's the good thing about it is. So but onward and upward, I suppose. That's all we can say, mate. We're nothing gained, nothing lost.
No, listen, thanks to all the boys that called in. We've had some slight issues in the background today, but thanks to Denver, Bob Chair, Blue Star, William for joining us. Thanks to Jim Fisori. Thanks to All Bear for doing the show. Fox and Old School Boy for doing the technicals. Rangers Radio will be back tomorrow night between 8 and 10 talking about all things Rangers. Take it away, Old School Boy.